never comes back. When KNUT was vanquished in 2002, it came with some paltry numbers in the next parliament, but eventually it vanished. PNU did the same thing. You remember NAC, the biggest alliance, most of us were in that space pushing for it, but by 2007, it was no more, and the PNU tried to come back in something else, but it still vanished. In 2013, some of us worked very hard to put TNA and URP together to form Jubilee. So Jubilee is a product of United Republican Party of William Ruto and the National Alliance of Uhuru Kenyatta. The moment William Ruto walked out of Jubilee, it went with all the components of URP. And obviously, we didn't expect the Jubilee Alliance in 2022 to have a significant number of members. It got reduced. So really, it will be interesting. I try to restrain myself not to comment negatively on other political parties on which I am not a member. They are free to organize themselves. But you are a former Jubilee member. Free to meet. Of course, former Jubilee through URP, for that matter, and URP, which is UDA now. And that you can track all those arrangements. But of course, ODM also. Of course, when I left Jubilee, I went back to ODM, of which I was supporter of ODM in 2007, and now is nominated within ODM. So I've been a live member of ODM, and now I'm a live member of UDA, and those parties have coalesced together. You can be a life member of two parties. They've coalesced together. No, of course.
Isn't this the same problem we're talking about, Bwana Sossion? You now, a life member of UDA, then you're a life member of ODM.
Of course, when you change parties, it's a right to change parties.
And call yourself life member.
Country. Yeah, and you register yourself as a life member.
Who is a life member?
And by the way,
the
party leader of UDA was a member of Pentagon.
No, we're asking you, Sossion.
You've declared yourself a life member of ODM.
When you are a life member, it's a category. Of course, there are categories, and it depends on your contribution that you pay, and I paid for it. And to be life member of UDA, I paid for it because I believe in the philosophy of UDA. And you see, when you look at the two parties, I've said that both social democratic parties with strong aspirations, and now you can see within the framework of the broad-based, the two parties are working together. But away from that, I think we are trying to look at these parties and link it to 2027 general election. That is the main philosophy.
Yes.
But I think I would look at it differently. My view would be different. Can we strengthen internal democratic structures and operations of all political parties that are registered? And I want to believe that when Jubilee is meeting tomorrow, it knows that very well that its operations is funded by Exchequer, and all political parties actually, by the way, are funded by taxpayers' money. Why was it decided that the political parties should be funded through the taxpayers' money? Because they're important democratic entities and incubation centers of potential government policies and representation of the people. So to me, I would want strong political parties in the country with strong internal democracies.
Dr.
Of course, when you talk of DCP, allow me. Don't overpraise. They're here to get wings, and we are yet to see them even conduct internal democratic nomination process.
Discipline.
Yeah.
But Bwana Mbae,